Thank you. I've never needed a mic in my life, but what the heck, I'll do it for y'all. You know, I'm always humbled that y'all, you know, asked me to come and speak to y'all, and that, you know, basically that, why would you even care, you know, why would you want to hear me speak? But it just humbles me, you know, to know that, you know, to be in front of so many successful businessmen here in the community, and the things that, and women, that, and how, you know, you've poured yourself into this community to try to make it as best as it can be, and which is why I'm here, which is where a place that I wanted to raise my family at. Now, I am used to being the dumbest person in the room, so that, knowing that I come here, I'm used to that. That don't bother me at all. However, usually I come here, I know I'm going to be the youngest guy in the room. But I see y'all recruited a few.
We got boarders.
You got boarders in here. You got, Mullins back there. We went to school together, and he was younger than me, so I know we've got a couple others I'm pretty sure is younger than me. But I do appreciate it. You know, being head coach at Dobyns Bennett is not easy. It's that's a difficult task. There's so much, there's so much expectations, high expectations of the program and everything. But I like to think about, you know, Dr. Marvin Cameron, you know, right down here at First Baptist Church, and if you went to Randy Fry at First Broad, and you know, we could even get, we could get Derek Harden at Christ Fellowship. If we combined all three of them together, I can make one call on Friday night and get more people in Kingsport to say Jesus Christ than they ever can. So that's, I know that's the kind of pressure. I know that's the kind of pressure that goes with it, but I love that. And I know some of y'all are the ones that are up there saying that. Jesus Christ, what's he called? What are they doing? You know, last year, it's being a coach is always one of those things. You know, there's three teams on the field. It's us and our opponent, and then there's a team of 5 or 7 that's wearing those striped jerseys. And so, you know, do y'all know where blind football players, you know what they do after they get done with their career? Yeah, they become referees. And of course, I'm sure you know what a beer and referees have in common. They're both empty from the neck up. So, it is that. So, anyway, Kingsport, you know, like I said, Kingsport's, it is a special place. I chose to raise my family here, and just can't, always, you know, I think I said it last year, and I'll always say it, just the educational experience and the extracurricular experience, but the educational experience that we provide to young men and women just prepares them so much to be successful in life. And, you know, and I have just, you know, my daughter is just an example of that. Just, you know, her moving out of state, and just how she has flourished. And I think she's on her, she's on like her 4th job promotion with PepsiCo in like 18 months of work. And I'm like, you know, why is she being successful at her? Mom wants to say it's because of her, but it has to be because of other people as well. And so that's what we do at Kingsport City Schools. But that's, you know, as part of the football program, you know, we do that as well. And I said, and as Mr. Campbell said, my son, he's going to ETSU. He'll be a freshman. He's going to major in cybersecurity, modern networks. Wants to do that. I think there's jobs out there for that in the future, which is what I tell. I never told my kids. It's funny, as a parent, I never told my kids what they were going to major in, but I told them, I said, I got veto power over you. You're not going to major in something where there's no job. We're not doing that. I mean, we're not just going to waste 4 years and, you know, $80,000. There has to be an end goal of a job. All right, well, this year the team, and I don't know, I'm sure these guys are much smarter than I am. But there's a theme that we've kind of went with this year, and it's that we want more guys in life. You know, there's some people that don't care, And there's some people that want to be good, but there's just not many people that want to be great. And so I tell these guys, and I've talked to them ever since the summer, that we need more good guys to get in the great category. Now, pull them up there. Do whatever you can. We got to motivate them. We got to get people, because in life, good people hate great people. And great people hate good people. All right, and that's just natural. That's what it just, my boss tells me to do something, I'm just going to do it. When I get done, then I'll stop. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You're good. You're good, and that's fine. You can work, you can have a job in Easton. You can work for 40 years and have a successful career. It'd be great doing that. It'd be a fine life. But if you want to be great, then you're going to do it to your best ability. You're going to do it. You're going to go above and beyond. You're going to try to involve other people. You're going to do things like that. But you also have to understand, when you do that, people that are good go, I don't like him. I don't like her. He's a brown noser. He always is trying to kiss a boss's butt or something. Why are you doing that? Why are you working so hard? Why are you doing that? So there's a thing with that. Well, we have that in the team, of course. There's some guys who want to be great. There are too many who are just content to be good. Why do you want to be good in life? Jerry Rice said, the enemy of the best is the good. If you're always settling for what's good, you'll never be the best. So that's just true. So we tried to instill that in these guys this year. Vince Lombardi said football is like life. It requires perseverance, self-denial, hard work, sacrifice, dedication, and respect for authority. Is that not what we want for our leaders? Is that not how you have become successful as men and women in your life? Because you have shown those qualities, you have acquired those qualities in life, whether it be from your parents, from whoever, in your upbringing. You had to have perseverance. You had to have self-denial. Listen, we ask our guys, these guys would tell you, we ask these guys to give up so much that other 15 to 18-year-olds won't do. We ask them to give up. We'll ask them to give up 20 hours a week of their free time. Well, I want to go get a job. Well, then you probably can't play football. Well, I got to work to get a car. Yeah, it's about choices. It's about self-denial. Listen, I'll go pick you up for practice. I'm going to pick up a kid. I picked up a kid every day for practice. Not yesterday, actually, but every other day. Every day in the summer. I got up because it's self-denial. You are where you are because of that. Hard work, sure. Sacrifice, yes. Dedication, yes. And respect for authority. You got to have that. If you'll do all those things, you will be successful. And you will be in the great category, and hopefully you can grab more guys to pull them from the good category. Here's what football does. All right, I may get in trouble for this. I don't know. We'll see. But I truly believe this. And I can't. Don't tell anybody else. All right. But I truly believe that football is one of the last true hopes we have in our society. All right, like in school now, when you fail a test, it's like, well, you get to take it again. You get to do a makeover. Did y'all get to do makeover tests when you were in school? Did you go home and tell your parent, did your dad let you do a makeover? Yeah, my dad, his makeover was not very good. There was no makeover. There was no do-overs. I tell our kids all the time, we don't get do-overs. When we leave that stadium, when that clock hits 000, we either won or we lost. We don't get to appeal it. We don't get to say, we should come back tomorrow and do it again. Maybe we could win tomorrow. We don't get to do that. We don't get to do that. Just like in life. You don't get to do that in life. You don't get to do it. You don't get to do it in anything else. We don't get to do that. There's not a judge. We don't wait on a judge to say, y'all were the second best, or we're going to watch the other competitors perform, and then we'll decide who wins. We don't do that. We walk off the field. We won. We lost. I love it. I love that part about the game. Because you know as time runs out, did I win or did I lose? You know, as the older I get, I know my time's running out. You know, you know, let's be honest, we're all on the back nine. Most of the people in here, we're all on the back nine of life, right? We don't know what hole we're on, but we're on the back nine of life. Not you, Borders. You're about hole 7, okay? But we're all on the back nine of life, and I mean, I don't know. So, but however, when you put that ball in on the 18th green, wouldn't you like to know whether you won or you lost? Was I a good dad? Was I a good husband? Did I affect my community in a positive way? Those are the things we want to know. I couldn't ever imagine letting my son do anything else other than playing football or possibly wrestling, because I think it shows you the toughness of that. You know, in a time when we see so many weak-minded people so many weak-minded people. I think about politicians at our national level, the weak-minded people that we have on both sides of the aisle. It's just unbelievable. You know, you look at some of their backgrounds, and I'm like, okay, well, they were about a offensive line coach away from yelling at them that maybe could have steered them in a better direction. You know, we see weak-minded people when things get hard or whatever, they choose to hurt other people, innocent people, and prey on people like that. That's you know, some people, weak-minded people, they want to harm their communities and families and things like that. And, you know, maybe they needed somebody to tell them, you're doing that wrong. Maybe to tell them in a stern way, you're doing that wrong. That's what we do as coaches. We try to correct their behavior. Now, as I tell them, in football, they get to play about 4 seconds. We get 40 seconds before there's another play. And I'm speaking from an old offensive line coach here. You know, and I would coach 5 guys. When 4 of them did it right, and Gavin would know this. Gavin's heard me say this. When 4 of them does it right and 1 of them does it wrong, we don't have time to tell everybody else, oh, that's a great job. Oh, you did such a great job, honey. Good job, honey, good job. Now we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. All we've got time is to rebuke and correct the one that did wrong. And to show him and try to explain to him what he did, what caused that to be wrong, what he can do to change that. That's also why you're here, because you understood that in life. Somebody corrected you when you did wrong. Probably back when my father corrected me in a way that it was, trust me, I understood. Okay? I understood I did it wrong, and I understood not to do it wrong again. All right? And he made darn sure that I understood that. You know, there's a lot of kids don't get that now. All right? So we're like the last hope of that, to tell them that you know, you're wrong. What you're doing is wrong. Change what you're doing now. Whatever it is, if it's taking a 6-inch step with your left foot, take a 6-inch step with your left foot. Don't step with your right foot. Is that any different than what your wife would tell you? It's like, why did you turn down overtime last weekend? We don't need a new car or whatever. It's the same thing. Anyway, so we're trying to teach these kids to be strong-minded people. You know, we can't take the place of the parents. I don't want to, but I tell the parents that we want to co-parent with them. We will help them in anything that they do. We want to help raise their child. We want to make them better men. We want to help them be better fathers, sons, uncles, you know, everything that they are in life, in the family or in the community. We want them to be stronger in that sense. So, you know, that's it. That's our only goal. Our goal is not to have them to play college football, and I think some of these guys will have a chance to play college football at some level, but you know, we give them a chance to be a part of something that's good. We give them a chance to be a part of somewhere that their parents know at 3:15 where they're going to be, who they're going to be with, and what they're going to be doing. And it's going to be safe, all right? More kids get in trouble, right? I think these studies show more kids get in trouble between after school and 7 o'clock. Those are the times where there's bad things happens in this community, and every community in America, with young people, because they got nothing to do. There's nothing positive going on in their life at that time. We provide that for them at that time. So that's what we're trying to do. We want them to be a great employee. We want them to be a great student, obviously. And as I said, we want them to be able to maximize their ability to be a leader of their household. Just like you have, just like your parents and your father probably did for you, to be a great leader of the household. That is our goal. All right, I'm off my soapbox now. Last year, we were 8-3. We kind of at the end of the season kind of rolled up on us there. Lost the Johnson City game, and kind of took the bad go of that third team on the field on that one, and then we roll into our playoff game, and we've got, oh my gosh, we were so sick and injured. We had guys playing that really, quite honestly, didn't need to play. They were so sick, and we had a kid. We're taking the field in our playoff game, and we've got a kid getting an IV at the doctor's office now. He came back, never played for us, okay? Because that's the kind of commitment that he wanted to make to his teammates and to his team. Do you think he's going to be a positive member of his household if he's willing to self-deny, self-sacrifice himself to go get an IV to play a high school football game? I guarantee he's going to be. I guarantee you he's going to be it sometime. They're going to laugh over that. We lost 28 seniors last year, about 51% of our offensive production. We lost a quarterback that was one pass away from being the all-time leading pass completion percentage leader in a season. We only returned 4 starters on offense and 4 starters on defense. Holy smokes. We lost our entire kicking game, punter, kicker, and those are going to be hard to replace. So, people ask me, they say, Coach, man, four returning starters each side of the ball. How do you sleep, right? What's the old Lou Holtz quote? I sleep like a baby. Wake up every 2 hours crying. It's tough, but that's not true. I actually sleep great at night because I know we got young men like these 5 guys here, and there's several more that I could have brought that has shown that self-sacrifice, that self-denial, and have shown that they are willing to do whatever we ask them to do to make themselves better, which in turn will make the team better, and that they are willing to do all those things. They are willing to persevere, work hard, sacrifice, dedication, and they certainly have respect for authority. We don't have that. One of y'all had came up and had asked those guys if they'd ever, what was it he asked? If they ever backtalked me or something like that, and what was my answer? Yeah, it would have to be behind my back. I can guarantee you that. If they did that to my face, they wouldn't be here and they wouldn't be on the team. So I wouldn't do it because I'm going to hold them to a high standard. Dobyns Bennett is nothing but a high standard, and that's what we are. That's what we are. And that's what we'll always be. 820 wins. Shoot, the standard's been set. I tell these guys. I tell them this too. Last year's guys with 8-3, they didn't build the program. It wasn't built by the, Mr. Campbell says we went back-to-back quarterfinals 2 and 3 years ago. They didn't build the program. It wasn't built by the guys in the 2000, 11-13. We were pretty good. It wasn't built by them. We went back-to-back in the quarterfinals in 03 and 04. It wasn't built by them. It wasn't built by the guys in the 70s. It wasn't built by the guys in the 60s. It was built by the guys before you at all times. Somebody before made Dobyns Bennett football what it is. I'm messing up the camera.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine.
Got me rolling. But the standard has been set, and I always tell them the standard is here. I will not lower the standard. The standard of Dobyns Bennett football is here. You're going to have to come to me on the standard. I will not lower it under no circumstances. It will not be lowered for you. It will not be lowered for any individual. And if they ever backtalk me, that standard will not get lowered, and they will not be a part of it. They understand that. They know that. So, First off, Will Hurd right now is our QB1. Stand up, Will. His dad is Will comes from a family here. His dad's a business leader. If you ever order your Domino's pizza, his family would really appreciate that. Right now he is our quarterback as we go in. We've got a little bit of a competition. We've had 2 other guys move in that program. That's always a question somebody wants to know. 2 guys move into the program that's battling that. As I'd say every year, we want to battle in we want competition in each position that we have. So Will Hurd's our quarterback. Next guy right here is Branson Carswell. Some of y'all probably don't. I hope none of y'all know Branson's dad. His dad's the director of the Sullivan County Jail. But Branson has led us in tackles for the last 2 seasons. Branson has a chance that he could break the all-time tackle record at Dobyns Bennett High School modern day history. There's actually was no records before 82 that was kept. From 82 on, he could be our leading tackler from that time on after this year. If he has a good season, and probably if we have a long season, it's going to depend on that. Heck of a football player. We're glad to have him. Next guy is Gavin Comerford. Gavin's offensive lineman, started last year at left guard. He's certainly going to start at left guard this year. Is a great player. Obviously has certainly worked hard, done everything that we ask him to do. He's the kind of guy that as an offensive lineman that you've got to be the ultimate selfless person. When Will throws a touchdown pass, John Cleary's going to announce it on the stadium mic. When Branson makes a tackle, they're going to make it. When Gavin makes a block that springs a running back, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody's going to say anything about it, and truly nobody cares. When y'all do that, I've always said this. No one's ever stopped me in Food City and said, "Coach, who's the left guard going to be?" No one's ever said that. No one's ever said that. So your left guard's going to be Gavin Comerford.
Yeah.
Next guy is Nicholas McVeigh. Nicholas played for us, started some sophomore year. So he's actually started for us for 2 years. Is a kid that has worked extremely hard, is great at block destruction, man. He just plays so hard. He gets off the line. Even though he's he was an interior defensive lineman, we moved him to an edge player this year, but he's constantly going to run to the football. He plays with that kind of tenacity that you would hope for and that you would expect in life that would make you a better person. And then last is Nigel Vidal. Nigel is he is qualified for the state track meet in the high jump and the triple jump. 2 of the 3 years, I think, in high school. Nigel started for us at cornerback for the last 2 years. We've moved him to safety this year, and he is going to have, he's had great years his sophomore and junior year, but he's really going to have a great year here his senior year. Just a fine young man who wants to, his goal right now is to enter one of the service academies and attend one of those and potentially run track and football if that's in the cards, but he would like to be an athlete at one of the service academies. These are the kind of people we want at the service academies. Okay, we can't have enough Nigel Vidals in the service academy. So these are the guys that I brought right here. All right, I'm sure my time's short. That's all I got. Listen, tough schedule this year. The guy that made our schedule, which is me. Not sure why we chose that, but we start out at down in West Knoxville at Farragut. Always a very, very, very tough team. Second week of the season will be our first home game against Greenville. We hadn't beat Greenville since 2002. I've been at Dobyns Bennett like 20-some years, and we ain't beat them since then. Before then, and they say this is going to be one of their best teams ever. And then we get into some conference games there. We got Westridge and Jeff County. Asheville High School coming back. Dobyns Bennett has a tradition of playing Asheville High School back in the 40s and everything, I think it was. But it is great to have them back, and so they'll be in the stadium this year. Then we'll get to take the traveling caravan over to gosh, just such a beautiful school. The way that sits up on the hill and everything over in Asheville. So we got them, and then see here, Morristown East got Elizabethan back on the schedule. You know, they were back-to-back state champions a couple years ago in 4A, so we got them at home. And then we finish up on the road at William Blount, on the road at Davy Crockett, and then back in the stadium for Science Hill. So really a tough schedule, but my hopes is that we're a little battle tested, we've got some scars built up to where, you know, scars make you tougher, right? Scars in life make you tougher. We hope that we have some scars built up that come playoff time, you know, we can make a long run in the playoffs. That's always our goal, is to make a long run in the playoffs. So that's where we are there. I don't know about time. I always feel like I take up too much time.
Plenty of time.
Time for questions.
We got our top two running backs are back. We've got obviously Gavin and another offensive lineman back. We lost 3 of those. We lost all of we got our tight end back, the one that was getting the IV, but we lost our 3 skilled guys at receiver. On the defensive line, you know, I guess Nicholas is the only one. No, Nicholas, and there's another senior that's yeah, but only Justin really started. So we got starter there. Branson's back at linebacker, and then Nigel back in the secondary. So we're excited about that. Our kicking game, oh man, right there. That's a house of cards right now. So, and I mean, that's a house of cards. I'm not sure. We'll do something, I guess. We're all right at kicker. Former Indian, Willie McLean, you know, I know a lot of y'all know Willie. His boy will probably be our place kicker. Willie played at Dobyns, Bennett, played at Appalachian State, and I think his boy will be our place kicker. Punter. That's a work in progress. All right, questions though.
They're
Go.
very good looking boys.